Hello, and welcome to our session, Empowering Businesses to Innovate, with InterVision's SASE solutions powered by Fortinet. My name is Zack Moore, and today we're going to go through a few real-world use cases on how businesses can empower their IT and security operations with FortiSASE, Forti SD-WAN, and InterVision solutions wrapped around them, as well as looking at some problems in the real world that these solutions will help to solve, some of the benefits of these technologies, some of the different ways that these technologies apply within businesses, as well as the better together story of our partnership with Fortinet and how we can help your business succeed to a greater level with your security and IT operations. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So my name is Zack Moore. I am the Senior Product Manager over Cybersecurity here at InterVision. I've been with the company since 2008, and in that time here, I've led our SOC. I've helped to develop multiple products around disaster recovery, incident response, and security, including everything from endpoint detection, managed detection, as well as things like incident response recovery, ransomware protection services, and recently Zero Trust and services built around Security Service Edge. InterVision has been around for over 3 decades at this point, and of the organizations that have merged into this company, we've had multiple that were Fortinet expert partners. So we have a deep bench of expertise within the Fortinet space and a great ability to deliver on Fortinet solutions wrapped with internet services. So we have nationwide reach, multiple NOCs and SOCs. We're a top 150 North American MSP, and we help customers every day to succeed in their business outcomes with Fortinet solutions. So first, I'd like to jump in and take a look at a specific use case of how we help the customer succeed with Fortinet. So the situation here, we had a customer that had a highly distributed business. This means lots of branch locations, lots of hybrid and remote users, lots of people who do not sit behind a typical legacy perimeter firewall. In addition, this customer had some older firewalls that were coming up for renewal. These were not Fortinet firewalls. These were older, less powerful firewalls. And they were looking at getting into a lot of merger and acquisition activity. And they were looking for ways to streamline their operations and improve the experience for their remote workers, while also allowing their security staff to have better visibility of what was going on within their network. So the solution we built for them was a combination of FortiSASE and SD-WAN implementation that would allow them to use the Security Service Edge functionality within FortiSASE for remote user connectivity. That's your firewall as a service and your secure web gateway, alongside FortiGates that had SD-WAN for improved connectivity between all of the different branch locations that warranted a device, giving them lower circuit cost, lower device cost, and a greater ability to adapt for their remote users to connect direct to the cloud. Our collaborative services work together with InterVision, with Fortinet, and with the customer to build this out and migrate existing policies and existing configurations in a best practices manner and help the customer take full advantage of the return on investment that they could get out of all of the different pieces of technology. In addition, their existing technology stack with authentication, with multi-factor, and other things like single sign-on, and all of their different monitoring logging tools they had in place already. We help tie everything together and deliver one cohesive solution to the customer. In the end, what this ended up giving the customer was improved access control for their cloud-based environment, much more rapid ability to add in acquired company, just applying pre-existing policies from a single pane of glass to multiple devices or groups of users. while at the same time also delivering for their existing network more efficient routing from site to site, more efficient user experience without having to backhaul all of their traffic from users in different parts of the globe to central firewalls at data centers in the US, and better visibility, reducing operational burden with everything going through just a couple different panes of glass for as far as all of your data flow, all of your management, all of your operations. This made capacity planning easier, better high availability with already redundant cloud resources, easier patching when you don't have to patch individual branch firewalls for branches that can just send their users to the cloud with Fortinet SASE, cheaper hardware replacement after they reduced the number of firewalls needed and lowered the bulkiness of the data center firewalls required. They no longer had to maintain circuits and firewalls to handle all of their user traffic. And a big convert from capital expenses of those firewalls that they were able to downsize or get rid of to operational expenses, which their finance team also loved. So the problems that we're solving here. Hybrid work is here to stay. Branch offices were already an existing thing. And the legacy model of hub and spoke connectivity, where you've got a couple big firewalls at data centers or headquarters sites that all of your traffic goes back through, is inefficient in this model. Users that have to connect via VPN, you might have a user that's in California that's connecting to a New York firewall through VPN, and now this user, to get to a website that's local to them, might have to go all the way across the country, bounce to that firewall, all the way back across the country to get to the website, then bounce back to the firewall and back to the user. You've now traversed 8,000 miles just to get to a server that's down the street. This is inefficient. This provides poor user experience. This provides jitter on web conferences and lag when reaching out to data that's on the web at the data center or at other sites. This is poor user experience. At the same time, more and more businesses are dependent, not just using, but dependent upon cloud resources. Office 365 and Google Workspaces and Salesforce and all the different ERP platforms and email platforms and things like that that are on the web. Making those more secure, tying those into your existing authentication and monitoring practices, and then optimizing how users get to those, not just from behind your main sites, but also from a remote user who's sitting in Starbucks somewhere or at home or at a customer site, is a big value play for all of those different distributed and remote users. And then there's growing concerns around security, inability to conflate different firewalls in different places, the need for central management of policy, the need for central management of visibility, and even going beyond that, taking that centralized management and that single pane of glass view and applying better digital experience monitoring, the ability to deliver value, not just to be a cost center, but to deliver value through your connectivity and network infrastructure is a big plus in today's market. So how we do that? What can Fortinet SASE do? What can InterVision do to do that? Well, SASE in general is going to deliver improved security posture. You're going to have better streamlined operations, better ability to centrally manage, and you're going to be able to guard all those users that are just on unique endpoints out there without having to make them go through a VPN and then have to make the decision of, do I eat all the data costs to send all the traffic back to my data center for these remote users, or do I allow them to split tunnel out to the internet directly, in which case I may have no visibility of where they're going. You have increased productivity because users that are seeing quicker response times work better. When you have to spend less time troubleshooting why someone's seeing a delay in their web conferencing, when you see less time having to be spent on trouble tickets, that is a better return on investment. You see cost savings when you implement SD-WAN. You save money on dedicated expensive MPLS circuits and dedicated site-to-site circuits. And you're able to use redundant enterprise-grade circuits and SD-WAN to provide a better experience at a lower cost. Same for downsizing data center firewalls because you don't have to support all of your remote users through them. Better competitive advantage with the ability to innovate and provide better digital experience, operational efficiency for the same single pane of glass view and better operations, better regulatory compliance. The more streamlined and centralized all of your operations are, the easier it is to report on what you're doing, how you're securing users, and so on. And then better resilience. When you're going to the cloud and you're looking at dozens or hundreds of points of presence in the cloud that act as your redundant firewalls, it's much less likely that a single power failure or a single circuit failure somewhere is going to take down a segment of your network or block a certain section of your users from being able to access critical resources. All of these are different things built right into the technology, and InterVision alongside Fortinet can help you realize the full return on investment of all of this. So let's talk about FortiSASE for a second. Let's talk to some conversations we've had with customers over our many years of implementing FortiGate firewalls and SD-WAN solutions and recently FortiSASE. One consistent message that we've seen from customers when they are doing these implementations themselves is they're not getting the full value of what they're implementing. Maybe they're out there doing a VPN replacement where they're doing what I said and making it so that users don't have to go direct to a data center firewall to go out to the internet. They can go directly endpoint to cloud. Maybe they're using the secure web gateway and firewall as a service functionality on here. But what if that user needs to get to a cloud resource? If you haven't set up your CASB and your data loss prevention, so your cloud access security brokerage and things like that, you may not be getting the full ROI out of your investment. Working with InterVision, working with Fortinet, we can help to make sure that when you implement FortiSASE, you're not just going to get the specific use case that you're building, you're going to get all of the use cases. You're going to get the ability to use that digital experience monitoring to provide better troubleshooting, quicker ability to isolate issues with all of your remote users and branch users. You're going to get the ability to segment your network and reduce those attack surfaces so that if you do have a compromised endpoint or a compromised site, it's not able to spread laterally throughout the network because of better access control within your network. And we can help you look at your existing technology, all of the different outcomes and use cases that you're going to get out of the technology, and help with that implementation and addition into your existing environment to really reach the next level of innovation with this excellent technology. So that better together story, InterVision and Fortinet. To put it simply, Fortinet has the awesome platform. They've got the FortiGates with the SD-WAN. They've got the excellent tech in the cloud with the FortiSASE and the points of presence. They've got the backbone. InterVision has the tailored support. We have the custom solutions. We have the ability to work with you to assess, design, and architect, and build towards that better future. And then together we can provide that end-to-end solution with Fortinet SOC services, internet security services and implementation services, and our day-to-day management. So we can take all of that operational burden off the plate, put it on ours, and free you up to innovate within your business. Speaking of innovation, what's better than applying custom AI to your business and your operations to develop those unique outcomes? Now, FortiSASE already has built in, they're using AI in their digital experience monitoring to provide better knowledge of how your network backbone is operating. They have a great deal of AI in their back-end threat intelligence and how their security policy is applied. But beyond that, InterVision's innovation team can help to workshop with you to identify custom outcomes, very specific business use cases, build in chatbots that can search through all of your data and streamline your SOC operations, give you better ransomware protection by giving you earlier ability to detect and isolate and corroborate information. Build in custom systems, even going beyond necessarily the security side, to take the information that you're gathering from all these systems and build custom outcomes, allowing you to take your IT and security infrastructure and operations beyond being just a cost center to being a value add to your organization, helping your business to succeed, not just your business to operate. And these are all things that InterVision would love to help talk to you about. So I'd like to thank you all for your time. I hope you learned a lot. If you have questions, please scan this barcode. It'll take you to our website. There's a lot of information out there on these solutions we have around SSE and SD-WAN and all the different SASE pieces, as well as a wealth of information through blogs on Zero Trust, SASE, streamlining IT operations, webinars on demand. Feel free to explore our services, and you can also reach out, and we'd love to have a chat with your network about what we can help do to help you succeed and elevate your business operations. Thank you.